No, finally going live on YouTube.
I do?
Yes, finally. Let me double check. You always got to check and see if you're live, because if you're not, you could be talking for a whole hour and didn't record anything. Trust me, I know.
Happens.
Yeah. All right, I do see myself on YouTube. So let's talk about tarot card spells today or tonight, wherever you're at. And I guess somebody's coming on, but I'm still gonna go live. Maybe I will talk to myself, perhaps. Thanks for the water. Oh yeah, where's my bow? Such a beautiful bow. Well, I guess everybody's in the bed tonight or something. Well, who's ever watching this in the future, then I'm going to explain how to do tarot card spells and actually how I walked into the whole tarot card scene. I'm pretty sure if you look back at a couple of videos, probably like what 2014, 2013, on here, I do tell you guys my story for those who don't know it. But you know, I've been reading tarot cards since 2015. No, actually, let's see, I went to basic trance when I did my no, after basic training was 2005. 2005. So yeah, I've been doing it for like since 2020, like over what, can't think of it. You know what I mean? A long time, okay, a long time. And the thing is that when I first started doing tarot card reading, I didn't even know that I could do a spell with, my tarot cards. I'm just thinking like, oh, I'm just gonna predict future and everything else, and that's it. But what I did know is that tarot cards are focal points of concentration, kind of like a mandala. Kind of like my love. She has. I guess I can't find one. Anyways, a focal point of meditation. Let me see this. Mandala means still. But yeah, mandala, a sigil, a tarot card, they all have the same type of qualities with, concentration of focal points, gateways, opening different states of consciousness and awareness. Another one. She's so good at these things. Oh, that's crazy. It's actually going through the it's going through the paper. See that, guys? That's like there's some magical stuff happening already. That went right through the paper. Yeah, it went right through the paper. I can see back there. Yeah, I'm in my Buddhist temple, guys, or just my temple in general. But anyways, I don't want to get off subject. But yeah, the focal point is definitely something that you use to, get started with, your concentration or your consciousness, not concentration. Yeah, with concentration, because it's good to concentrate on one focal point. But, each tarot card or each sigil is a certain type of archetype. For sigils, it's a little bit more advanced, because sigils, you have sigils that have ideas that are linked to people's manifestations or desires that they want. And then you also have sigils to call on spirits. And definitely with sigils to call on spirits, again, with that, it's still got to concentrate on that entity, being able to actually open that door to that, to that entity or that spirit. But tarot cards, they're more of an archetypal type of focal point for your concentration when reading somebody's future, and they have a story that each card carries, and it helps you understand your intuition better. A lot of people be like, oh, it's the card, what did the cards say? But really it's you. It's actually you interpreting what's going on with those cards that you have. Either it be tarot cards, or you can also do readings with regular playing cards too as well. I believe that's called cartomancy. That's one thing that I believe that I couldn't do, you know, when I first started doing tarot cards, because I was reading up on it, and I figured out that, oh, let me try one day, get a pack of playing cards and just start reading people's, fortunes. Again, once I got into my mind that I was going to have assigned these cards to, like the way I are with my regular cards, assign a meaning to them, then I started to do tarot cards or read people with regular playing cards. And so back in the day, back to the story, back in the day, it definitely kind of freaked me out when I first started doing tarot cards back in 2015. I remember doing a tarot card reading for my mom, and I predicted everything. Everything in the reading to the T. It was very, very accurate. Eyes of Zion. Okay. Oh, you're just reading about it? Yeah, because a lot of people don't talk about doing spells with tarot cards. They don't really say that much about it. Like, other than that, I know you'd be seeing those people on Instagram, doing their spells and stuff, with the candles, with the card up under it and thing like that. Those are just basic spell candle work that you see. And usually with that, I never seen anybody on these platforms just use tarot cards in their readings. Or maybe I just haven't been on around the block that much. But let's just dive into exactly how to get started with doing spells with tarot cards. Because first thing you need to do is understand what each tarot card means. And you also need to understand the elements that are with these tarot cards. Like, for instance, the devil card. Where are my tarot cards? All right. So the deck I got is the Gilded Tarot deck, and say for instance you want to do something as far as like pregnancy, fertility, growth, abundance, because with the Empress card, it's definitely the theme behind this card. And other than that, it's a major arcana card, so it's a major life secrets. And so if you're wanting to manifest something that's major in your life, as far as pregnancy, fertility, abundance, this is definitely a card for you to pick. Now, how would somebody actually go about setting up, either their altar or their, wherever their ritual space is? Because one thing you need to understand is when you do a spell that you want to make sure you have a space for a space when you do a spell. You don't always have to have one, but I highly recommend it. That way, it definitely gets your mind and everything around you in the mood, gets the tone set for spell work. And so, again, what you can do, just like you see with the candle spells, you can definitely take the card and just lay it down. And once you lay it down, again, I do recommend getting a candle, because with each spell word that you have, I know a lot of people like, oh, well, I got to make sure I have all my tools. But the main important thing you understand is having the elements involved in your spells, like earth, wind, fire, spirit, right? But again, if you don't have all of them, that's fine. But it's best to have all of those elements. So you have a candle that's definitely fire, air, got your intention that's definitely close to spirit. Or if you're working with any spirits, you definitely can have your sigils around. And again, you can just take the tarot card, and whatever you put around the tarot card is this outer space of what you're trying to manifest. So that's where you have like your intention. And so what I mean is like something that you're writing down on a piece of paper. You can have that sitting there, or you can burn whatever you have, with the candle that's next to your tarot card. I don't recommend. I know some people probably be like, "Oh, well, put your candle on top of the tarot card." No, definitely don't want to do that. That's one way. That's one way you can really mess up your tarot cards. It really doesn't matter where you put the candle at. I would say the best place to put it would be, like above the card or on the side of the card. You know what I mean? Like, as long as it's something that you do or something that you're used to doing with a candle, what feels good to you is what you should do in any spell that you have. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because I know a lot of people do tarot card spells, and uh, that I know of, and again, they use candles, and I guess they put it like somewhere on top of on the bottom of the candle, and I just think that for some people, it's just you're just destroying your tarot card. Like, oh, it's only wax, but again, you want to keep your cards safe. So once you do that, you got your card, you got your sigil, or if you're working with spirits, or if you got just your intention, because remember, you got to have all the 5 elements in pretty much every spell that you have. Maybe you may have, like, if you're trying to do abundance, you may have like some money around, so you can put that on the other side of the card. Again, just put all these things around the tarot card. You know what I mean? And then whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, it's always good to speak words into life. The reason why, because words hold power behind them. And so sometimes when people just meditate on something and it happens, of course it's going to happen because conscious always moves towards everything that you're thinking about, saying. But when you say word, that just amplifies what you're trying to manifest. And so it's always just write down something. Write down something that write it. You have to write it in a way where it's like, I want a lot of money or something. You need to be more direct, more specific on what it is that you really want. But you can't say if you want a new car, like I want a new car. See, I want a new car. It's kind of like you're actually pointing your awareness and conscious into the universe or whatever you call it to where you can't have it. And I know that's for a lot of people, like I said, I want it, but see, you have to understand the way universe works, how law of attraction works, because law of attraction is only a mere reflection of how you see your reality in your world and how things happen for you based on your own chromatic experiences. And so you need to say, instead of I want, you need to say like, I have a car. And so what you want to do is picture the car that you have, of course, right? Why are you writing it down? Like I have a car and I will have a red Lamborghini, money and success on this day or whatever you want to do it. And at the end, you want to say, so mote it be. Now, I know a lot of Wiccans say, so mote it be. And I know some people just say, blessed be. And I know some people just don't say anything afterwards. They just say, well, they do say something. They say, they say, what did they say? To be done or just be done or something like that. I've heard people say things like that after their spells. And so, again, it's good to have words in your spells, especially with your tarot card spells, because again, a tarot card, you have to think about it. Like it has millions upon millions of meanings. So, of course, you're definitely going to manifest exactly what you want based on what you're thinking about, even if you don't say anything with the tarot card. But you know what I mean, with the tarot card, again, give it a more specific direction on which part of the card that you're referring to. And see, I just feel like that's another thing that people kind of leave out when it comes to tarot card spells. They're just like, oh, the tarot card means this, blah, 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 blah. Well, make sure you say it. Make sure you say it because it's more powerful just saying it than thinking it. And so another thing, how long would you actually do a tarot card spell? Or actually, what time would you do a tarot card spell? And this is something that I see a lot of people, a lot of teachers and stuff, they don't even say anything about it, right? Just be like, just do the spell whenever. Of course, you can do a spell whenever, but there's definitely planetary hours that you need to understand and follow. And I know some of you guys probably done your natal chart before, probably seen what, your ascended and all that stuff. I'm not gonna get into that right now, but you've probably seen these different sun signs like Venus, and things like that. Those are actually going on planetary hours. So when you do spell work, this is like spell work 101. You know what I mean? And especially for when people talk to me and ask me like, when do I, just do the spell now or when do I need to do it? You do your spell work during the planetary hours. You can actually just go online and actually find these planetary hours if you want to. Just Google it. Google planetary hours and make sure you do that before you actually, plan out your spell. Because again, doing it at the right time is the best way to be in alignment with everything around you and everything happening in divine timing. Hey, me and my love, she knows like everything that's been happening. Like we see the numbers, we see all these things. We're always in the right place at the right time. So again, with the spell work, again, if you do a spell with no timing, correct timing, or divine timing, we shall say, then again, it probably could take even like a lot longer for something to happen. You know, and again, so once you got that, you got the planetary hours, and what time you're gonna do it. You got everything. You know what you're about to set up with your tarot cards for your spell. And one thing you need to do before any spell is to cleanse your ritual space or your room or wherever you're doing it at. Like with sage, Palo Santo, maybe you can flick around some moon water, whatever it is, whatever it is that you can, whatever you can do to dispel any type of negative energy in the room is perfect for when you're starting to do any type of spell work, even with the tarot card spell. So do that first before you get everything set up, you put everything down, you know what time you're gonna do it. And again, another thing you understand is the days of the week too. It's another thing. I kind of didn't go over that part, but you kind of want to do that with the planetary hours. And so just say I'm going to do my spell at Venus time, and then I'm going to, because Venus time is good for abundance, or of course anything that comes with creative energy. Do it at Venus time, and then you want to be done with your spell until the candle burns out on Monday. And so again, just do until that sets your time on Monday or Moon Day, right? Perfect. Perfect. Again, still perfect for abundance and the moon and things like that. And so, yeah, so just let your candle burn for those days. And that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? And what you want to do with the candle, this is another part that I don't see people talking about again online. Like, I kind of feel like it took me forever to find out what I should do with the candle and why, it's all burnt out and I got the wax and everything else. I'm like, what else am I supposed to do? Like I just messed up I got all this candle wax on the table and everything else. I'm like, okay, so what should I do? What you want to do is take that candle wax and you want to bury it. Now, there's a lot of beliefs in people burying it. There's some people they'll just burn it up, or there's different ways people go about the stuff that they already did spell work with. My thing is, I see in that actually just not burying it or just throwing it in a river is a good way too, especially if you're trying to get something to flow to you. You know what I mean? Because again, a river is going to keep forever floating. So you think about that. You know what I mean? Like you want your wealth or your abundance, whoever floating. But it just depends on what it is you're trying to manifest. Like if you're trying to do maybe you want to do a fertility spell or something, and you're trying to have a baby because you've been having a hard time, or you're with your spouse or your girlfriend or whatever, and something's wrong or something. And so a good thing you can do is just take that and bury it by a tree that's growing, or something that's growing like that's really beautiful, very, very enchanted. And so you can actually do that. And like the grass is really green, and that'd be a great place to bury your candle wax or something. So put it by a growing tree, because that would definitely represent it. Uh, it's always growing. Just make sure that nobody's cutting down trees over there. I was playing. See what I'm saying? But yeah, it'd be a perfect place to actually put your candle wax at. You know what I mean? Because again, those are your remains. Those are remains of something that you wanted to manifest. So just take that very seriously. Like, and don't let people touch that much either. That's another thing. Don't let people touch that. But I hope you guys got value out of this. I hope if you got any questions, Eyes of Zion, just let me know, man. I'm about to take a a CBD smoke break.
Wonderful. So nice.
Where's my? Be right back. I'm back. Yeah, it's just one person. Everybody must have see, what is it? Friday? Yeah, everybody at the bar or something. Of course. Are you still there, Zion? Still there? Looks like somebody else is there. Yeah. Guess they're like, nope, I'm gone. He's probably gone. Glad I liked it though. I like it to see when people get good confirmation about something I'm saying, because it lets me know that everything I'm saying is accurate. I know it's accurate. I just want to make sure somebody else feels me where I'm saying, because it definitely, I know my shit, man. Like, I've been doing this for so long, and I'm very careful on who I share my stuff with, because it does go into a lot of mental discipline and a lot of mental willpower and imagination. A lot of people don't have that when it comes to magic, witchcraft, divination. They don't really have all that. They have it, but they just haven't accessed it yet. Oh yeah, God, I'm telling you what, these CBD cigarettes are so great. Hello, aliens of Aquarius. Just got here. Yeah, you missed. I don't know. You missed a whole lecture about how to do tarot card spells. Almost. Aliens of Aquarius. So you must be an Aquarius, right? Man, I can't believe I haven't been live on YouTube in so long. Okay. Yeah, just watch it when you get off. It's not going nowhere. Please, if you like this content, please make sure you're subscribed. Whoever's watching this and right now and in the future, please. I deeply appreciate it. I'm glad I actually got 211 subscribers off that one video, the mugwort video. That was amazing. Speaking of mugwort, I need to smoke some mugwort. Like, I'm in the mood to smoke some mugwort. Oh yeah, that's something I can say. Yeah, you could definitely put, again, like, what you want to do is you kind of want to decorate everything around your tarot card. Like, if you can do that, it's fine. Like, even if you have something else, it's cool, love. I know she's back there doing her thing. We're getting ready for a podcast. I don't know if I haven't shared the podcast here, but I need to. I think I should do that next time. But we're actually talking about tantric sex. I know that's off the subject, but I think that's what I'm gonna say. That's what I'm gonna do next time. Talk about tantric sex. No, I'm actually a Virgo. Got Scorpio in your chart. Let's see. I actually have my chart on my phone somewhere. My natal chart. That was fine.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm really laid back, guys. I don't know what you guys are expecting, like me to be like, all right, this is the celestial, the divinatory meanings behind space and occult with the demiurge and just using all types of stuff that people wouldn't even understand. I can go into it like that, but I'm not going to do that. I want to be, 100% transparent because I think that's the new spiritual right there. It's the new spiritual stuff right there. Oh yeah, hold on. Let me get my natal chart. Love, you see my?
What do you need now?
Well, I know on WhatsApp you have my natal chart.
I have it right here.
Just send it to me on WhatsApp. Somebody said I got Scorpio on my natal chart. I don't remember having Scorpio in my.
Yes, you do.
I do. Okay. You're right. I do have Scorpio on my natal chart. I like Scorpios. I like the personality behind Scorpio as well. Do you have Alien Aquarius? What do you have in your natal chart? You got Scorpio too? Yeah, that was a good notion there. But yeah, make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to the Enlightened Networker podcast. You can definitely go to my website, and once you go there, just go to that last blog post that I did on tantric sex, and go to we're on Spotify, iHeartRadio, we're on all those platforms. The podcast, me and my love, and we're talking about tantric sex. Like I know it's kind of off the subject though, but I just feel like, right now people need connection, because all this social distancing and like germs they're saying that we're catching, which again, that's another live stream. I'm not gonna get into that right now. Um, People need connection and people are lacking connection. And I noticed that, of course, during this pandemic, like I don't want to date until the pandemic's over. So it's so crazy. It's crazy. But other than that, tantric sex is definitely something that can boost your immune system. Yeah, it definitely can. People are like, sex can't boost your immune system. Oh, yes, it can. All that oxytocin coming out, chemicals coming out of your body, you best believe that can do a lot of things for your health. Because, see, a lot of people just shun the whole tantric sex scene as a spiritual practice because they feel like it's just too taboo or whatever, but they forget that the greatest ascended masters and Tibetan monks and you know Hinduism yogis, they practice tantric sex for centuries, right? And there's people that still do that to reach enlightenment. So yeah, it's definitely a different avenue for you to reach enlightenment at. Because I know a lot of people when they reach enlightenment, they think they know everything, but when you're enlightened, it's just letting you know how much that you don't know, how much that you need to learn. If you're always reading the books, you're always probably Googling up things. I call it doing a Google search with your third eye open. Yeah, I know. I'm on the table and my love is shaking the table. She's stapling. I told her it's okay. I hope I don't shake it too bad. Yeah, I love occultism too. Like it's definitely something that definitely changed. It changed my life. You know what I mean? Definitely understanding myself more and understanding that I'm more powerful than it may seem to me. 'Cause I know when I went to church, I was a 7 day Adventist, and I wanted to do everything by the book because I felt like everything was just going bad in my life. I felt like I needed some type of spiritual guidance or be closer to God, or what they say. And I kind of felt like I did everything to the T because a 7 day Adventist, they'll do everything. Like I went to church on Saturday, so I went to church on the Sabbath because that's what you're supposed to do. That's what the Bible says. You know what I mean? You're supposed to do what you're supposed to do so you can be blessed. So that was my whole mentality. And once I started, like I was looking at Joyce Myers on Sundays. I mean, like I was just like a straight up goody two shoe Christian, right? Until the dude that I was actually staying with for a moment, what I mean, this all started when I was homeless. But the dude I was staying with, we were both like the super Christian guys, you know what I mean? And we go out to the bar and have drinking, we're just trying to dance and trying to we wasn't spreading the word, but we was actually out there just chilling and stuff. But um yeah, we would go home and what I mean, chill out, and then again we'll just watch Joyce Myers every Sunday. I remember that just used to love me some Joyce Myers, you know what I'm saying? And what was the other ones? I want to think it was Creflo Dollar. I don't know. Anyways, once I was doing that, I noticed that what I mean. Like I thought, well, first I noticed that um, I had to like really like kind of feel like I needed to be perfect because there was times that I was like, I'm at the bar, I really want to drink, but if I don't drink, then spiritually I'm not. You know what I mean? I feel like it's just wrong. The Bible says things about drunkenness, and so it really started messing with my mind a lot. And I noticed I caught myself, trying to correct people and doing God's work. And it was really a dark place in my life, but I kind of felt like I was trying to find some type of safety net. And of course, a lot of people try to find some type of spiritual outlet or safety net, so it can make them feel more blessed, or they just feel like there's something watching over them. Like I used to, oh, I believe in God, and once I get done, I'm going to pray before I go to bed because I know I'm gonna get out of my situation. And He's there for me. And hey, I was homeless for like almost a year. You know what I mean? Trying to be this perfect Christian guy, and it just it kept getting worse and worse. And then one reason why it kept getting worse, me and my family, they left, and they they couldn't struggle no more, and they went back to Indiana, and I stayed here, and I toughed it all out. And once they left, I feel like I first I was in a different state, no friends, nobody, I didn't know anybody, and that was it. You know what I mean? They left, and then I was just like, fuck, I'm just going to stay in a homeless shelter and do what I need to do, get a job. But hey, I used to go to the blood bank to pay for stay bed at my homeless shelter. You know what I mean? How many people used to donate blood to actually stay and then pay for stay bed when they're homeless, right? I mean, it was the most lowest I could ever be in my whole life. But hey, I toughed it out. Well, to chime in on believing in a higher source, like what I believe is I believe in their source energy. Like I believe that this what we live in, or this reality that we live in, not the matrix, but the real reality that we live in, has a certain type of divine intelligence. And that's what I find as higher source energy. Things that we don't understand, things that we think we know but we don't know. But I don't believe that's God. I believe that's just the energy that makes up anything. But that energy can do so many things that it can probably manifest itself as God. That's a different subject. That's what we're talking about, the casual planes. Because see, your whole point as a occultist is to become God, to understand your Godhood. And one thing, if you understand like high source energy, you need to be closer to the casual plane areas, because that's where you find God, or where you find high source energy. But that again, that's a different subject that talks about layers of reality, and astral projection and soul travel, which I had a video about that. I forgot what I said in that video, but hey, that's definitely where I see that what high source, or believe in the high source. That's what I believe. I believe everybody is actually feeding or embodying that energy and trying to figure out exactly what this high source is and why it's so attractive. That's why when you say God, or you say something that you believe in, is so powerful, because you're already, hold on, huh? Coffee? Yes, I'll take some. Yeah. But yeah, when you say something like in existence, like if you believe in something, or you believe in a God or somebody, it automatically manifests itself in the universe. So you think about God, you think about God being high source energy or something like that, then you see that people preyed upon this entity or this spirit or this, what they call him, for years, that it automatically manifested itself as the higher source, right, in the astral. And so when people believe believe into that frequency, once they pass afterlife, they'll definitely meet their maker. Not as in a death way, what I'm saying, but they will meet a manifestation of that, because they're carrying that consciousness into that area, their memory plane. That's one of the first places you go when you die. That's what I believe. I don't know, you may not believe that, but that's definitely something I believe in. So what I'm trying to say here with high source energy is that once you high source energy can be anything that you make it out to be, because again, you're the God. But again, there's that divine intelligence out there that can make it that you would understand that everything is consciousness. Like that's the main part of spirituality. So you can only believe it to be this consciousness, or something that's consciously aware, that's, that's high source energy, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? That's how I believe it. But that's a good question though. Oh yeah, back well, I was actually at my story, because I'm actually got drawn into what you're saying about high source energy. But as far as my tarot card, if you're talking about tarot card subject, I think I will get back into that subject here in a minute. But what do you want to know? You know what I mean? 'Cause I really did say a lot about the tarot card spells. Okay. So yeah, I'll get off I was talking about my story. But what made me believe in that concept after death? Well, what made me believe in that concept after death was I used to study um, everything that I could about, like soul travel and astral projection. And of course, like I was talking about, the layers of reality, like the mental plane, the causal plane, things like that. I was trying to figure out, um, after you die, of course, where do you go? Or you can access it when you die, or, or maybe you need to access it when you die. And so I feel like, and you astral project or you do soul travel, you're able to reach those planes of reality. And so I noticed that one of the first planes you go through is like, of course, it will say the astral plane or the memory plane, which is, I think, to the astral plane, to the memory plane. But when you die, you're going to have, I feel like you're going to have a bunch of memories. Like everything that you did in this life is just going to hit you. How does that work? I mean, when are you going to get to the subject? Because you were saying that that's a different subject. So you told me about what subject are you talking about? Are you talking about tarot cards? Tarot cards? Because see, I'm talking about the concept. What made me believe in the concept after death? Because see, it's not. I can't really answer that question in just like a few words. That, that's what I was talking about. But yeah, we'll just say what got me to the after death concept. That believing that concept after death is because astral projection and soul travel. That's the short answer. The one you're elaborating on now. Well, I would say, you know what, I'll definitely get, I'm not sure when I'm going to get to that subject on astral projection and soul travel, but if that's what you want to hear, I'll definitely make sure I do that soon. Because again, I have to talk about, you know, balancing your chakras again and doing different types of creative visualization for your chakras so you get your chakra centers unblocked for astral projection. Let's see, what day should I do that? Let's see, I will do that. Let's see, what's the day? Second. I don't know. I'll let you guys know. I actually found out how to schedule these broadcasts. So you will see a broadcast about going live and talking about astral projection, soul travel soon. I would say it's probably sometime next week. I'll go deeper into that subject. Love, where are you? Let the door open. It's cold. It's so cold in Wisconsin. Thank you. I appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Where are you from? Aliens Aquarius. Where are you from? It happens so quick. All right. Down south. Okay. Cool. Awesome. But yeah, I might get off this. I might get off here, but I will chime in more on the subject through astral projection, soul travel on the next live stream. And then later I'm gonna tie into what I was talking about earlier with the tantric sex. We get on that subject too later on next week. Probably around, let's see, today's Friday. I'll try to do it earlier in the week. Mm, damn it, I'm spilling coffee on myself. Manifesting techniques. Okay, I'll tell you. Let's see, manifesting techniques. I don't know. Well, I'll share one of my manifesting techniques. One of my manifesting techniques is just, you know, creative visualization. Thanks for being subscribed. I appreciate that. But yeah, I'm about to sign off here. You take care. Have a good night, and I will see you guys next week. Okay. Thanks.